welcome back to my video. Obviously I've been having a few technical difficulties with my camera. However, I'm gonna finish cooking because it went a bit wrong. Well, it didn't go wrong, I haven't done nothing wrong, but with all this, like, my internet's been bugging, my phone kept dying on me, unfortunately, and I'm a bit too tall for this. Like, when I stand up properly you're gonna see. However, I'm gonna show you how I do everything. So first off, in my bowl, you can't really see, but yeah, my bowl, I have chopped up green pepper, red pepper, scotch bonnet, some with seeds, some with a little bit of seeds, onion and spring onion, also known as scallion. Earlier I seasoned my oxtail. In my oxtail I put all-purpose seasoning, so about 1 tablespoon of all-purpose, paprika, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon again of garlic powder. Also use a teaspoon of cayenne pepper because there's already pepper in it and I don't want it to be too spicy. I use some soy sauce. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I use some of this. I used about a teaspoon. Some black pepper, crushed black pepper, a tablespoon of tropical seasoning, and another tablespoon of mixed herbs. And one of the key ingredients in this recipe is browning sauce. Like, literally, this is how you get the colour inside the meat. That's how you get the colour anyway. So I'm going to chop up my garlic and the show's yours. Okay, so I already washed my garlic. So to start off with, when you're like chopping majority of everything, you have to squash it down to make sure that the flavor can all come out of it when you're putting it in, because they've got a lot of flavor in it. So I just not thinly, but like medium sized, but you know what I mean, chop it up. I use two garlics, by the way. So I chopped it up and I add it into my bowl of like peppers and that. Whoops, I dropped some. Majority. Yes. So that's that done. Make sure you clean your side before you cook again. And today, you then put it on a bit of a high heat, not too much of a high heat, but a little bit of a high heat. Add a bit of vegetable oil. You don't want to add too much oil because oxtail already has a bit of fat on it. So when you're cooking, you don't want it to be too oily because otherwise it's going to be sickening. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit. So I say about like, it depends how much you're really cooking, but I use about 3 tablespoons. Obviously when I cook I don't measure because I just naturally know how much I should and shouldn't be putting in. So just get the oil warmed up. It's so awkward, like me being so tall and then having to stand at a level so you can see my face, so it's a bit hard. I do apologize, so if I stand up and you can't see me, I'm really sorry, guys. So yeah, you just let this warm up a bit, and the first step you do is you add your vegetables because it's for flavor and stuff. So add everything into there. Give everything a bit of a mix off. So you just want to cook it, but you don't want to cook it too much because when you boil it, it's going to be like a bit cooked. It's going to cook in the oil. Yeah. Just a bit of that. But yeah guys, don't hold the pot like me. I'm being an idiot, but it's not hot right now because when you hold the pot it can burn your hand. And I don't want you guys burning your hand at home. So yeah, whilst you're doing this, I'd say like from now I add in my thyme so I get fresh thyme. My fresh thyme. The majority of my stuff I actually get from Sainsbury's, and due to it being lockdown, it's so hard to get stuff nowadays. Like, it's just ridiculous. Whoops. So you just add 1 stalk of thyme. I cook with a fork because I find it easier to cook with a fork personally, but you can use whatever you use at home to cook your food. So if you want to impress your mum, impress your parents, impress your grandma, slap on my video and trust me, it's gonna come out beautiful. So basically, I think you just wait, not I think, but I just wait for the onions to become like a translucent colour. So it's not too cooked, but it's a bit cooked. You then add in the oxtail. 2 seconds. So I've added in the oxtail into here, so I have to just brown it off. That's what it's called. So you just want to be able to like cook it a bit, so like when it's time to stew it down, it comes out like it's softer. Because if you boil it, you can be here for like 10 hours without like browning it off. Like, this meal's so easy to make. It only takes like 2 hours. It smells so good already. And you can smell the spices. Like, because I love spicy food, I use Scotch bonnet with some of the seeds. So it already gives off that peppery taste. Obviously, if you don't like pepper, you don't need to use a full Scotch bonnet, and you don't need to use the seeds, because I don't use to burn your mouth at home. Make sure you constantly stir it as well, because you don't want it to burn and you don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pot. So like, I guess the key thing you're really doing when doing this is like making sure the outside's cooked and you're sealing it off, sealing in the flavours. Yeah, because you don't want to make oxtail soup like with the flavours in the water. Well, obviously there's going to be flavour in the water, but you want to make it more an oxtail, like oxtail. I say light and way too much, but it will go eventually. It's just part of my vocabulary. So it's basically almost finished, like browning off. So I would say usually, like, depends how much meat you cooked, how much meat you already got. So like it could vary between 10-20 minutes, really and truly. But just make sure you don't burn it. Then the next step is you add some water. So when you're adding water, you only just fill it literally above the meat, because you don't want too much water, but at the same time it does need to boil down to make sure it's cooked. So yeah, that's the oxtail curry, guys. The next step I'll be showing you is how I make my rice and peas. And my rice and peas, like my peas as well, I leave from overnight to soak, because I'll show you anyway in a second. Okay guys, so next I'm going to be showing you how I make my rice and peas. First off, I use these Gungo peas. I need to buy another pot because I'm always making it. So start off with, here are my Gungo peas. Obviously they don't look like this, like if you compare it to the pack, you're going to be thinking, huh? How did I get that to this? So what I do is I leave my Gungo peas to soak overnight. So you let them soak, and now I'm going to keep boiling them until they're soft enough for me to add in my rice. So yeah, so first off, put your Gungo peas in the pot. And basically boil them down just until they're soft enough for you to add your rice. So yeah, that's my Gungo peas. Cooking. Boiled it like 3 times and made sure it was soft enough for me to add my rice. So I've added in my rice. The next step is, wait, that's the last step. Let me go back. Next step is some all-purpose in your rice, because you want your rice to be flavoured. So just add a bit of all-purpose. Next step is some butter. So this is like my butter that I use for my rice. So imagine, guys, yeah, before I stopped my recording, and then when I go check the pot, it wasn't even on the right pot. So then I touched the wrong stove, and when I felt it was like, oh, I burnt my finger. Bless my finger. And then another step is, anyway, some creamed coconut, because can't be having a dry rice. So yeah, that's what it looks like inside. I just want to add it. Spoon. So it's so hard to like use this thing. You can add coconut milk because it'll be a lot more easier, but I prefer the creamed coconut. So I used to see my nan use it, so it just comes out better. Obviously you can adjust it to your own taste, because like some people don't like the taste of coconut, which is me, but you still gotta add it because it's rice and peas, not rice and beans. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Okay, so added some. Put that there. Now this is my favourite part. You gotta add the Scotch bonnet, because the Scotch bonnet gives it like this taste. It doesn't make it spicy, so be careful it doesn't bust. Make sure it does not bust. I'm not going to tell you this again. Make sure it doesn't bust, because your mouth's going to be on fire. Then, of course, the thyme again. Thyme is like a key ingredient whenever you're cooking. Like, you don't want no unflavoured food. Well, I know I don't, so. Yeah, don't worry guys, I'm not adding a lot. It's just because some technical difficulties. You know what? I'm just gonna add the whole thing in. Obviously, guys, don't put the branch in because you look like an idiot. You will. And it might not even taste nice. Like, I don't know how much you're supposed to add, but I know I don't add a lot. Get rid of the stalk because it's fresh. So yeah, that's how you start off with your rice and peas. Next time, for another video, I will show you how to do the rice and peas like properly, so you can see it, and I'll go step through it. It's just because obviously the main purpose of this video is the famous oxtail, as you can see it. It smells so lovely. My cooking smells so good, I'm telling you. Don't worry, like maybe one day, once like I get a good amount of views, I might consider like cooking with people. So if people want to join my videos, cook with them, and probably do some cooking battles. Like imagine cook-offs, that'd be fun. So guys, if you think that's a good idea, let me know. And obviously have some judges and they can be like, whose food's better? Obviously, my food's better. So yeah, that's the rice cooking. The peas are soft, so when you get a pea, I don't want to touch it because it's hot right now, but when you have the peas, you got to squeeze it to make sure that it's soft, because if it's not soft, it's not going to be nice. I'm telling you from now, it's going to be hard, and you don't want no hard peas in your food. So what you do, anyway, the key trick when cooking rice that I found is, so you obviously let the rice boil down. Then once it's like, I do it on a high heat first. Then once it's like the water's starting to go, I'll say just past midway, you got to turn it down to a lower heat because you don't want it to burn. But at the same time, the main purpose in cooking rice, that made no sense. But when cooking rice, the key thing is to let the rice steam out. This rice is supposed to be steamed. It's not supposed to be like boiled, if that makes sense, because that's how you make rice pudding, and you don't want no rice pudding and oxtail. It don't taste good. So yeah, because I have an electric cooker, it was on 6, but now I've turned it down to 4. I might turn it down just a bit because it hasn't actually gone halfway. Oh wait, yeah, it hasn't gone halfway just yet. Obviously, it all depends on the texture you like your rice. Again, I like my rice really soft. I don't like no crunchy rice. It don't taste good. Yeah, and then you got to put the lid on, and that's your rice done. Obviously, you let that go for about 10-15 minutes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I just know when my rice is cooked because I keep checking and I taste it. The lid is on that. I'm going to check on my oxtail now. Now, you know when the steam just hits your face, like you can see all the steam, it's so funny. So yeah, my oxtail is just bubbling away with the berries. I'm gonna put in some video so you guys can see like the process of me cooking it. Right, when I make my oxtail, I like my meat to fall off the bone. My meat can't be stuck to the bone and all red and pink. It's gotta be cooked. Hi guys, so overall my food took me 2.5 hours to cook. I waited for my meat to be able to fall off the bone. I double checked it. One thing I forgot to tell you guys is when you're boiling off the meat, it will run out of water, so you have to just keep topping it back up with more water until you feel it's boiled enough for you to your likings, like how tender you want your meat. Like I said like 1,000 times, I like mine to fall off the bone, so I'll keep doing it until my meat is just succulent. So yeah, and towards the end you then add butter beans, and you also add pesto gravy. Don't add a lot, just add it to your type of thickness. Me, I add 2 teaspoons of this, and it does the job. Also add a bit of ketchup again. I'd say about 1.5 tablespoons of ketchup, just to give it that little bit more taste. And yeah, that's how you make it. I'll add a little clip of how my food came out, and I hope you guys enjoyed cooking with me. I hope you give this a try at home. If it comes out, please tell me how it came out, because I want you to be able to like give me your opinions. Hopefully you like it. Obviously I love my cooking. I shared my cooking with other people and they enjoyed it, so I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment and subscribe, and look forward to making more videos with you guys.
We are mad over no girl. She coulda cute like Kylah, and we no box bunny, no.